If we look back in time, 50 years, to the first primitive video games, we see we had a couple pixels moving around on the screen, and the fact that we were able to control those pixels was mind-blowing. Now fast forward to today, and we have graphics that to the human eye are nearly indiscernible from real life. We have people working full-time on the metaverse in order to fully immerse us in virtual reality. It's primitive still, but in another 50 years, we could be plugged into these games, and it will be completely indiscernible from the reality we currently live in. We could be sitting in a virtual world and have zero awareness that is not our actual reality. The question that people who believe in simulation theory ask is, how do we know that this hasn't already happened? We may very well be living in a simulation right now and be completely unaware of it. Elon Musk is convinced that the chances that we're actually living in base reality is nearly impossible. But the cool thing about this theory for me is how it's fairly recent, but if you explore it to the end, essentially it's the same as any religion. What happens if it's true? The same thing that happens if Christianity is true, or Islam, or Hinduism. Life goes on, and you just live with this new belief. But for me, it's interesting that this theory didn't exist 1,000 years ago, simply because it couldn't. People have had religions since as long as there were people, but until recently, we had no simulation theory because we didn't have a frame of reference for how it would be possible. It wasn't until we had computers and video games that we could see the clear linear progression of how we could currently be in a simulation. But people couldn't possibly come up with this until electricity, the internet, and television were invented. It makes me think about other options for other theories that we could have, all the other truths, but our minds aren't able to think about them yet because we simply don't have a frame of reference for how it could be possible.